Hi everybody, Father Ed here with another episode of Quarantine Crafts, where we help you and your family to keep the faith during these difficult times. And this Friday is May 1st, which is May Day. And a custom that has kind of been largely discarded is the tradition of leaving May baskets at people's doors. And really, it's a very appropriate gesture in this time of social distancing, because on May Day you leave a basket of flowers or sweets at someone's door, you ring the bell or knock, and then you run. It's contactless delivery, just like Domino's Pizza. So a perfect thing for this time of pandemic. And so what I want to do today is give you a few examples of different ways that you can keep this tradition and create some May baskets to distribute to people on this coming May Day. And traditionally, people would leave flowers in a container. That's probably the most common aspect of May Day, but I don't know. I've looked around. There's not too many flowers blooming outside, so what to do? So I came up with an idea of making a flower basket. And what you'll need are some junior coffee filters. Those are filters for 4 to 6 cups of coffee. Some little party nut dishes, paper dishes. These are 3 1/4 ounces, and they're a nice size for this project. You'll need some glue, some water and food coloring, and some wire or pipe cleaners to make the handle for your basket. So your first step is going to be to get your coffee filters ready, and you simply need to add some food coloring to some ordinary tap water. Just need a little bit. And you want to just make sure that food coloring gets into your water. And then you want to take at least a few coffee filters at once. It's kind of hard to do this one at a time because they are so absorbent. And you don't want to completely color them. You want to try to leave the bottom white, because then it'll better hold its shape for making your basket. And you're simply going to dip your coffee filter into the dye. And again, they absorb very quickly. And obviously, the more food coloring you put in the water and mix up, the darker your colors are going to be. And again, you want to try to keep the bottom white. And then you simply place those coffee filters on a cooling rack on top of a baking sheet, because the dye can drip onto your counter surfaces, and let those dry. And once they're dry, you're ready to start making your basket. And the first thing you want to do is add your handle. And again, you can use wire, you can use pipe cleaners. Those are all good things. And you're simply going to poke the wire in one side of the cup, twist it so that it stays in place, and then do the same on the opposite side. Just poke your wire through, and bring it up and twist it again. And it's probably hard to see on camera, but you now have the handle for your basket. And oftentimes people will leave May baskets, hang them on people's doorknobs, so this handle is kind of large. It'll fit nicely over somebody's doorknob. And then you're going to start to create the flower part of your basket. You're going to take some craft glue, put a little in the bottom of the basket, and also on the sides inside your basket. And then take a coffee filter that's been colored, you put it inside, you want to press it so that it adheres to your cup, and then you're going to repeat this process now on the outside. Some glue on the bottom, some glue around the sides. Take another coffee filter that's been colored, stick it on the bottom of your cup, bring up the sides, and again, Make sure it adheres. And then you can add as many layers as you want. You can alternate colors, be creative, and then if you have some green colored filters, you can cut out some leaves and glue those leaves onto the bottom. But eventually, after you make those layers and put it together, you get something that looks like these. Again, multicolored, and you can see the little leaves that I've glued onto the bottom. And then you can fill your May basket. Like I said, traditionally we think of them as flowers, but people also often put candy or other sweets in them. So you can pick up the candy of your choice, pour some into your basket, and you're all set. Hang this on someone's doorknob, ring the doorbell, and run. So another example of a May basket that's easy to do is to use K-cups. If you use K-cups for your coffee, just save up a few of them. You're going to empty them out, clean them out thoroughly, and punch 2 holes in them. And again, just like we did with the other baskets, this time I used a pipe cleaner. You're going to insert the pipe cleaner through those holes and form a little basket. And then again, your creativity gets to jump in. You can take some indelible markers and decorate your basket any way you want. If you've got kids, I know kids like stickers. You can put stickers on these. However you want to decorate your basket. I decorated a few of them. Simply wrote Happy May Day on there and drew some flowers. And what we're going to do is plant a few seeds in each of these little baskets. So once your basket is done, you're going to fill it with some potting soil. And I've got one here, and I also wrote what I'm planting in it, which is lavender. So we have some lavender seeds here. You're simply going to put just a couple of seeds. And these are very tiny seeds. So you put a couple seeds into your soil, kind of tap them down a little bit, add some water, and your K-cup comes with a drainage hole thanks to your coffee maker. So you'll want to be sure to set these on a plate or some other surface where the water can drain. So that's another smart idea, using some recycled K-cups to make May baskets that people can enjoy. The plants, hopefully they'll sprout and they can transplant them and enjoy flowers throughout the summer months. But May baskets are not just for kids and young people. There's also an element of romance involved in May baskets. Back at the turn of the last century, the late 1800s and early 1900s, young men would leave a May basket at the door of a young woman they were interested in. Again, they'd knock on the door and run. There was a local paper in Massachusetts that reported in 1889 that a certain young man took his May basket to a young woman's home and found that another suitor had been there before him and left a basket. It was a great local scandal. Dating has obviously changed a lot since then. But a May basket can be a sign of appreciation for your sweetheart or a neighbor or a relative, and you can fill a May basket with just about anything. You could put in a nice bottle of wine, some nice cheeses, and some crackers. And there you've got another version of a May basket, a grown-up version of a May basket. So really, your imagination is the limit. You can really put in a May basket anything you want. It's really simply a nice gesture, a sign of appreciation. And actually, May Day is May 1st, which for us as Catholics is the feast of Joseph the Worker. And so it's a day also to honor workers, and especially during this pandemic, it might be a really nice gesture to honor a neighbor or a friend who's one of those workers who's providing essential services at this time. someone working in healthcare or at the grocery store, perhaps a teacher who's teaching their class online right now. But it would be a great and wonderful way to surprise someone during this time and to express a gesture of appreciation on May Day, the feast of Joseph the Worker. So, happy May Day, everyone. May baskets, they're a good thing.